Hi everybody. So here we are finally for that weighted video about breathing exercises. So why that video? First of all, the sequels of that virus are mainly respiratory issues. So the exercises will help you to recover faster. In general, breathing is very important for the next video about core exercises, also for digestion, for the pelvic floor, just posture. It's always important to have a good breathing system. Okay, so breathing is important for all what is in movement in the body, not only the gas exchanges, oxygen, CO2, but also for the vascular system and the lymphatic system, what is the elimination from the body of all the toxins we have in it. So the sequence of all the exercises, don't mind. Just one thing is important. We always start with the lymphatic system and we finish with the lymphatic system. And that is kind of a bucket, could we name, in the stomach area. So we start with that and finish with that. Then you do whatever you want with the other exercises, all of them, some of them, starting from the bottom, the top, whatever. So now for the positions. Everything is possible, lying, sitting, standing, on a bed, on a table, whatever. The easiest to show all the exercises is lying down on the floor, because everybody has that at home. And just for the lymphatic drainage, so the first and the last exercise, it's better to do it lying down. It's the easiest, where we can put the main pressure on it. So the first exercise, lymphatic drainage, the idea is to empty here the kind of bucket with the toxins we have in our lymphatic system. So that goes with breathing exercises, and you will see it's also the same exercises we'll use for core exercises. Position can be lying down, the legs bent, or extended, how you feel the best, most comfortable, that's the point. So here's the exercise. So we breathe in through the nose, letting the belly out, and exhale through the mouth deeply, pushing in. Ten times. So now the abdo-diaphragmatic breathing. So it's almost the same type of exercise. We breathe through the nose and we exhale through the mouth. But this time we focus more on the core muscles. When they push, when they contract, they push against the diaphragm, what pushes the air out. So breathing through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, and try to imagine the airflow going out and in 4 or 5 times, just to have that cadence. So the diaphragm itself, so it's an horizontal muscle here, very important in the breathing, direct connection with the lungs. Principle the same, we breathe in through the nose, we exhale through the mouth, but this time we stimulate the muscle at the same time. So with the fingertips, we put them under the ribs, and we push gentle against the muscle. When we inhale, we put a little resistance. When we exhale, we push with the fingers, so we put them in a position where it doesn't hurt. The next inhale, we resist a bit more, and we do that 3 or 4 times. And the last exhale, we push a bit deeper. Always pain-free, of course. We can, with the same exercise, also work on the lateral expansion. So we put a little resistance, but not heavy this time, just to go with the movement. So breathing in, we feel it open. Exhale, we go with it when it goes in. Same 3-4 times. So the neurologic system for the breathing is mainly the autonomous system, so parasympathetic and orthosympathetic. The ortho one is stimulation, if you want, to make it really simple. And the parasympathetic is more to relieve the speed of it. The orthosympathetic is in the upper back, different ganglions along the spine. The parasympathetic is the vagal nerve coming out under the occipital bone. So we'll start with the orthosympathetic, the spine. We can do little rolling and extension of the upper back just to give a mobilization. If you have a foam roll, so this one is a little bit stiff, we can do little exercises like that to stimulate. Just like that, a few seconds. So now the parasympathetic nerve. That is a nerve that comes out just under the occipital bone, the vagal nerve. So the idea is just to do kind of little softening massage. So really little. So we'll use the fingertips. We put them just underneath the ball of the occipital bone, and we can lie on it if we can on our fingers, whatever, and push the fingertips into the soft tissue. We can do a little rotating massage, and you will feel that after a few seconds already, the fingertips are like going into the soft tissues, softening them. You can also feel a little bit of heat. So just do it a little bit to relax. So now we focus a bit on the muscles around the neck. That are actually the secondary muscles for breathing. We breathe mainly, like we said, with the stomach. So these muscles are used if you see people with asthma, emphysema, this kind of issues. They have often a narrowed chest, so they breathe more with this muscle, often the shoulders high. So to stretch them, it's always a good idea to loosen them, and then it's easier to breathe in general. So the stretching, the usual stretches, side bending, rotations, we can use a combination. So for example, for the back muscles, we do a flexion, rotation, side bending, the same side, with or with not the use of the hand to help. For the front muscles, we'll do more an extension, side bending, rotation. Don't use too much the hand for this one, because the muscles are really fragile. So now, on top of the stretches for this muscle, we can also move the muscles around the collarbone, what coming from Latin means a key. So it's very important for all the breathing muscles to have an insertion there. So to move them, we can use the shoulders, move them backwards, forwards, different directions. Also to move the chest with lateral flexions, both sides, all directions. Use the breathing cadence to do that. Here it's on the chair, we can do it on an exercise ball. So at the same time, the core muscles will be in action. So now a little word about the sternum. Often people with some respiratory restrictions have a posture really inclined like this. Parkinson patients have that sometimes, so they have also some respiratory issues. So it's a little exercise to try to open the chest. It's better to do it lying flat, because then we have already a pressure what opens it, but for practical reasons I will show it sitting here. So we use the fingertips, put them on each side of the sternum. We use the breathing cadence, and exhaling is usually what we use for kind of a stretch. So when we exhale, we open a little bit the chest, like this. 3, 4, 5 times, whatever, and no pain, of course. It's like if we want to stretch the bone, what actually it does in our terms, and it helps to have a better mobility of the chest when we breathe. So now we'll go to some little funny exercises, kind of. We can add to, not necessary. The sequence of the other exercises is whatever you want. Don't forget at the end of the sequence you want to put in to do again the lymphatic drainage, so the 10 deep breathing exercises to take off the toxins. Then, want or not, we can add some stuff, for example, coughing with an open throat. So in winter, if you have a little cold, if you have some mucus in the throat, it's not a bad idea to use that technique. When we cough, normally we cough contracting the muscles here. Here, open throat, we loosen them. So it gives this, so first from the chest, so we let it going up 5 times deep, and then 5 times fast from the throat. So don't worry, if you have some mucus, the result is instantly. Then we can do some exercises with straws in water, blowing in the water, different sizes of straws, different consistency of the liquid. Can always be fun for kids. With a straw we can use some paper bowls to blow, we can do some little games, lying down, blowing it up to keep it in front of the mouth. We can use 2 straws in a water bottle, one in the water, one out, so we inhale from the straw what is not in the water, because we don't want to swallow water, of course, in the lungs. And the resistance of the water will give a certain resistance on the inhale. So always a nice thing to do. I forgot, singing is also good exercise. So we'll not make a demonstration here, or the weather will not be happy. All people who know how to sing or did take some lessons know that it's not so easy, and we can sing from here, from the chest, from the throat, from the nostrils and all that. I don't know exactly all the techniques, but it's really, really efficient. So have fun. So that's it for the little dynamic exercises. We can also use some other stuff like homeopathy, acupuncture, essential oils, diffusing, putting on the skin, whatever. But please ask specialists, professionals for that, because we hear all kind of stuff. You can witness lately with the COVID, everybody is a specialist in health now, but sometimes the advices, the informations can be dangerous. So use a real professional. Thanks. So that was it. Have fun with the different exercises. No stress with all of that. And don't hesitate to subscribe. Also put a comment, ask questions. That is how we can go forward, can evolve. And soon we should be able to do hands-on treatments again. So stay safe in the meantime, have fun, and see you soon.